cassava cake or tapioca cake. It's the simplest cake you'll ever make without all-purpose flour. So we've got, in this container, I have 4 packages of 16 ounces of frozen grated cassava. You thaw it out overnight. Don't soak it in water. Just put it in a bowl, let it thaw, come to room temperature. You need a very large container. Okay, and that's 4 packages. Here I've got 36 ounces of macapuno strips. They're coconut sports strings. And it's already sweetened. You put everything in the bowl at one time. 6 large eggs at room temp. This is 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. If you have my cookbook, A Taste of Guam, this is also in there, and it is the full recipe. It makes a huge quantity. So a very large square cake pan, or 2 9x13s, or 9x13 and 2 8x8 baking pans. This is 1 stick of unsalted butter. If you love coconut, you're going to love this dessert. And then 2 cans of carnation milk or evaporated milk, regular, full fat, and these are 12-ounce cans. And then you've got 2 cans of coconut milk, and coconut milk comes in 13.5-ounce cans, so it's 2 of them here. On Guam, we have the sweet tamales. We call it mandioca. In Chamorro, tapioca is mandioca. And you wrap it traditionally in banana leaves, but foil also. And you steam it. So if you like that, this is very similar. It's a little more rich, but it's delicious. And one of my most favorite things about cassava cake, this is a recipe from my auntie Darling. One of my favorite things is that you can let this come completely cool, put it in the fridge overnight, get cold, slice it into individual servings, wrap each serving in plastic wrap, and freeze it in a freezer container or freezer bags. And when you're ready, you can take out as many as you want, thaw it in the fridge overnight, and reheat it. I think it's even better. When you reheat it, you want to heat it so that it's very hot, not just warm, because you've got to get the texture back, the softness, the creaminess, and you do that by reheating it thoroughly and all the way through. Anyways, I'm just mixing this in. You can also beat the egg slightly if you want before you add it. Your oven, or my oven, is preheating at 350 degrees. I've sprayed my baking pans. Today I'm going to use 1 9x13 and 2 8x8s with nonstick spray. And then I'll bake it until, you insert a toothpick in the center and it comes out pretty clean. If you bake this entire batch in one large pan, it's going to take about an hour and a half, and the tops will start to brown, which, some people like it. If you like your cassava cake on the lighter colored side, then use multiple smaller baking dishes. Oh, this is so good. I haven't had it in forever. Now continue to mix this thoroughly, transfer it into the baking dishes, bake, check the dish in about an hour. It generally takes 50 minutes for the small 8x8 baking dishes. The full batch of this cassava cake recipe measures about 18 cups of batter. So in the large one, the 9x13, there's 9 cups of batter, and in each of the 8x8 pans, there's about 4.5 cups of batter. All right. Now, if you wanted to make a smaller batch, you can certainly have the recipe. Just cut all of the ingredients in half. So that didn't take long at all. An hour for all 3 baking pans to cook. And you can see I took one out of the pan and another one, soft and gooey. There we go. Cassava cake.